Today we are talking about the smallest circulating silver coin in Australia, the threepence. So the threepence is a bit of an overlooked area for Australian coin collecting. This is just in my humble opinion. And I think that if it's something that is of interest to you, it's actually pretty manageable to put together an, in average quality, a complete series of 1910 right through to 1964. So let's continue and take a high-level overview of the threepence. So the series begins with 1910. This is a one-year only type, as it is the only year that you will see King Edward VII on the obverse of the coin. Now, if you've watched some of my previous videos, you'll already be up with the lingo and you'll know that the obverse is the head side of the coin, or the side with the monarch. Then, from 1911 right through till 1936, you'll see King George V on the obverse of the threepence. Then, from 1938 right through till 1952, you'll see King George VI. For the final run, from 1952 right through till 1964, you'll see Queen Elizabeth II. So there are 4 different obverse types you can collect in the threepence series. Now let's take a look at the reverse. On the reverse of the coin, from 1910 right through till 1936, you'll see the Australian coat of arms design. This is iconic as it features both the kangaroo and emu. The reason these animals were selected to be on the coat of arms is because they can only move forward and not backwards. From 1938 right through till 1964, you'll see the iconic wheat design. Now, I'm not sure what the appropriate term is for a singular wheat. Is it a grain of wheat? I don't actually know. If I have any farmers in the comments or anyone that knows, please let me know what is a singular wheat. But there are 3 of them, hence the threepence. Now let's also take a look at some technical specifications. The weight of a threepence is 1.41 grams, and from 1910 through till 1946, the composition had 92.5% silver, also known as sterling silver, and then from 1947 right through till 1964, that silver component was reduced to just 50%. For anyone that likes doing the famous Christmas pudding, putting some coins in the Christmas pudding, generally not advised that you use the 50% pure coins. Go for the earlier ones. Having said that, I don't know how much I would enjoy biting into a threepence as I'm having my Christmas dessert, but everyone's got their traditions, and that one dates right back to the Victorian era. So there you go. Now, let's talk about coins of value, or things to look out for. Obviously, I love the first and last of any series, but having said that, the 1910 is a bit of a collectible threepence. So that's one to look out for, particularly in high grades. So when I say high grade, I'm referring to a high quality example of the coin in a condition as close to the day it was minted. This applies to all of the earlier coins. There are some, and there's one in particular that I'll mention shortly, that even in average, really beaten up quality is very, very collectible and highly valuable. But all of those coins from the early 1900s in really good shape will command a decent collector's premium. Before I get to that major coin, I will talk about one other interesting year, which was 1942. In this particular year, there were 3 different mints that produced the Australian threepence. They were Melbourne, Denver, and San Francisco. This was due to the production limitations of the mint during World War II, so we enlisted the assistance of some of the US mints. An easy way to determine whether or not your threepence was minted at one of the United States mints is on the right-hand side of the reverse of the coin. You'll see either the letter D or S. Whilst we're talking about letters on the coin, another indicator as to whether or not your coin was produced in London is the presence of the letters PL just above the ribbon on the reverse as well. So periodically you'll see that, and if you've watched the penny highlight video, which I'll link to now, you'll know what that PL stands for. So the main one, even in terrible quality, this is a coin that sells for well over $1,000, and in really good order, tens of thousands of dollars. That is the 1921-22 overdate threepence. This coin was a bit of a mystery, and the mint released a statement right back in the early 1900s attributing it to a simple die fill error. So a little bit of metal had gotten into the die or something like that. But collectors and enthusiasts all over have decided that that is not accurate, and this is clearly an overdate coin. It was originally a 1921 die, and it had been adjusted to a 1922. It's believed that there's only about 900 examples of the 1921-22 overdate threepence, which actually makes it rarer than the 1930 penny, but it doesn't get a great deal of media attention and things like that, which I think attributes to it having a comparatively lower value. In addition to that, there's not a great deal of research material available, and there are also conflicting opinions within the industry as to how this coin came to be. I think that makes for a more interesting story, and if you'd like to delve a little further into that, there are some fascinating articles on the internet where you can learn a lot more about the various theories as to how that particular coin came to be. But as I said, I've sold these coins even with a slight buckle in the planchet, so the coin had a bit of a bend in it, and that was well over $1,000. So if you have one of these coins, it's well worth getting it checked out by an expert and getting a valuation done on it. Threepence collecting is a lot of fun, and it's something that is very manageable if you're looking at putting together a complete set of threepences in just average sort of circulated quality. It is absolutely achievable for the everyday collector. It's something that can take a little bit of time, and you could improve the quality of the coins as you go along. But I would highly encourage it if you're on the fence about starting a pre-decimal collection. Pennies are a great starting point, but for the silver, threepences are really affordable for the most part if you're just looking at average circulated examples of the coins, and you'll learn a lot about Australian history along the way. And I'll bet you didn't know that, there are a couple of US coins in the mix as well. So there you go, a bit of a high-level overview of the Australian threepence. If you learned something, please like the video, it helps a lot, and share it with a friend who might be interested. Maybe they'll learn something too, you never know. I look forward to highlighting the other denominations of old Australian currency in future videos. I hope you enjoy this series, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. One last fun fact, if you're still watching now, just a little bonus fun fact for you. Australia didn't actually start producing any threepences until 1916 at the Melbourne Mint. So from 1910 right through till 1916, they were exclusively produced at the Royal Mint in London. There you go, thanks for watching.